Jacob Fairbank.
And I'm Lachlan Walmsley of the Halifax Panthers.
I'm Michael Ward.
I'm Martyn, Reilly of the Batley Bulldogs.
And this is the Wembley Roundtable.
So how's your season been going so far?
We started off a bit shaky, had a few results that we thought we should have won and we didn't. But we got through that spell. We've been working hard, come together as a team, managed to string quite a few good wins together in a difficult patch. We're going to Wembley, that's a good result. We're fighting for second in the table as well, hoping to try and do one better than we did last year. And how do you feel your season's going so far?
Yeah, a bit like yours, I think. A bit of a shaky start to the season. Had some games that we definitely should have won, and we've had a few games that were thrown away, but a bit like you. I suppose we're going to Wembley as well, so should be a good match this following week. Martyn, how's it feel to be going to Wembley?
Yeah, good, isn't it? There's buzz around. Everybody's obviously some of the us outside Super League clubs. It's a good chance to get there. The boys have been buzzing. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, can't wait for it. Bob, how's it feel to be going to Wembley?
Yeah, good mate. Probably a bit surreal, to be honest. Coming to the latter end of my career now. Probably something I never really thought would happen. And when we said it as part of his goals at the start of the season, but me personally, it was one that I really did want to get. So to achieve that is pretty good.
Yeah, I think the 85 Cup's a really good concept. It gives players like us that are either coming down from Super League or maybe haven't ever had the chance of playing at that full-time level, the opportunity to get to Wembley.
It's something, obviously, a competition inside a competition. So, like for us, well, I think we're in about 6th at the minute, so we're not where we want to be. But it gives us an opportunity to go for something else and focus on something else during the season. When take your mind off things when it ain't going well.
Yeah, it's handy for the championship side. So I suppose that won't normally get the crack, just like you said. It's good for us to play for something that might mean something for the club, or definitely mean something for our club and their club as well. So yeah, big deal.
Yeah, I think like everyone said, something different in it. You know, you slog away every week in the league, and sometimes you could work hard, finish first, finish second, and you might not get to a final end of the year. You know, and this is something a little bit different. That obviously everyone remembers days out and finals. That's what we all play for, and I think it's just something a little bit different than what you can do achieving the playoffs. You go out and you have a day out, and obviously like Halifax boys are going to be buzzing for it, same as we are, and it's make a day weekend of it, and obviously hopefully we're both hoping to be getting the result, and it's the day that you're going to always remember. So I think it's a great concept.
Wembley's just steeped in tradition, isn't it? It's one of those things. My old man goes every year, and one of the old boys that went with him, I think he went 47 years in a row. Until it got moved to Cardiff, and then they went Cardiff and Millennium Centre all over the place with it. I remember my first trip to Wembley, I'd have been 17, it's when Castellan went down, so we were there supporting the French that day, and it's just an amazing stadium. There's something about it. It's obviously the national team for the national ground for the football as well. Something about walking down Wembley Way, there's just a buzz and aura about it, and being able to walk at that tunnel is going to be something special.
Well, being an Aussie, it's my first experience of going to Wembley. We don't have that sort of stuff back home, but kind of do a state of origin. But it's a whole different atmosphere and a whole different sort of thing over here. So it's exciting for myself, but for a lot of the boys that haven't been there, I'm excited to share that experience.
I've never been myself to Wembley, but like you said, obviously when Challenge Cup finals on and stuff, you know, it's a day and it's an occasion, especially in amateur rugby. You know, rugby clubs will have it on, and there's normally not games going on that weekend. Everyone will sort of be together on beers or whatever and make a day of it. People will go down. You know, it's something that they'll be looking forward to, and to be a part of it, something I'm looking forward to, and I'm sure these boys are. So it's just an occasion, isn't it? You know, it's a big occasion, and like Wardo says, it's in English sport really. No matter what sport you do, playing at Wembley, you can't really play on much bigger of a stage in England. So it's something to be able to say, tell your kids, tell your grandkids, or whatever that you've done. You know, it's massive.
Yeah, Wembley in the Challenge Cup, obviously, it's a massive occasion. Some family have played there before. I've missed out on. I've played in 3 Challenge Cup semi-finals, so lost all 3. So I thought my time of maybe playing at Wembley one day had gone, and now with this cup down at Wembley, and for us the game after the Challenge Cup, which is one of the biggest games of the year in our sport, it's going to be a real privilege to be a part of it.
Going to Wembley is huge for the people of Batley. They've one of the founding clubs. We won the Challenge Cup when they very first started, but that wasn't played at Wembley. So for the club and the community, the supporters, it's the first time many of the teams are going to actually be playing at Wembley. Kev's been banging on about it. All the fans are banging on about it. It's something that they've never done before, and they're buzzing about it.
Yeah, like I say, I've never ever been to Wembley, and that was something that sort of was spoke about in the build up to it, wasn't it? You know, coaching staff had spoke to us, Kev, Iron, you know, fans have all sort of made it well aware to us that that's something that a lot of them want to achieve and would love to be a part of, and getting to go there, whether you're a fan, owner, coaching staff, whatever it is, player, I think there won't be anybody left in Batley, so it's not a massive place as it is, but yeah, it's going to be a good day for everyone involved.
There's a real buzz around town. We're a rugby town. You get people coming up to you now wouldn't normally probably come to a game, but now they're telling you they're going to be getting tickets and whatnot, coming down and making a real day of it.
Yeah, it means a lot to our whole town and especially our club. It's been 35 years since we've won some silverware from Challenge Cup back in 1987. So yeah, it's a big experience and massive for our town. So yeah, Bobby.
On back of what Wombat says, it's been 1988 since us as a club was last there, and we'd like to think that's far too long. And it's nice to put a bit of a stopgap in there for us, and there's a real buzz around the town. The town's getting real behind us, and looking forward to going down and hopefully coming back with a result.
Has your chairman been as stressed as ours?
I don't even know ours is. We've got about 6. No, I don't think. Not been no stress about it. I don't think. Do you?
No, pretty relaxed, I think.
In the playing squad, it's been calm and relaxed.
Yeah.
Like organising buses and getting whose family members want tickets and who's staying over, who's going on the day, who's going back.
Yeah, we probably don't see much of that, do we, that side of things?
No, there's been a few boys asking for about 8 each extra tickets, so those boys want to get the whole family down there. But you know, what about you boys? You stressing out as well?
Well, we spent about 45 minutes before video review with Kev just going through play by player, who's having tickets, who's having rooms, who's having which buses, because we're going to stay for the 2 nights.
Alright, that'd be good.
Yeah, so we're going to go down Friday, stay over Friday night, and then obviously stay over on the Saturday as well.
Yeah, we've had sorted that out for us, hasn't it? It's been our main, I don't know what you call it.
I think us boys, don't know about you, like we were buzzing earlier at Halifax. You know what I mean? When it were a use against London, we sort of probably wanted it, you know, I think everyone, all neutrals and all lads, probably the same in your camp, probably wanted it to be us and youths, because we've had some good games, haven't we, especially in these recent years, and some close ones, so I think it's, as a neutral, it's going to be a good game and something that we're looking forward to.
Well, we went down to London and we hadn't beat London away in about 20 years or something like that, so we knew we were up against it, and then they took us to this, I don't know how we played, man, it was shocking. So like that gives us a bit of fire as well, to try and stick that into, and when we got the result, like I said earlier, probably a bit surreal, and then after what you did to us the other week, I thought time to get a bit of revenge, because you embarrassed us, if to put it politely.
Yeah, I say that's the first game this year that we played for full 80. Like we've been doing 60 minutes, 70 minutes and getting decent results, but not quite putting the team to the sword. I think that was the first performance that we managed to string a full 80 together.
Yeah.
But then again, we all the other games of the year have been pretty tit for tat, haven't they?
Yeah.
This man intercepting all the time, going then.
I think our season as a whole has been tit for tat in it for us. Get a good result and lose a couple of games that I think by rights you'd think you should win on paper, but obviously it's a tough league and doesn't always work like that now, does it? Yeah. Probably as tough as it's been since I've been here, and what table speaks for itself, doesn't it? Very, very tight.
I think like we said earlier though, it doesn't matter, does it, about form, cup in final, it doesn't matter who's beat who, what scores, how many times, where you are in the league. I think it's just going to come down to the day in it, and that's what makes what we spoke about earlier, cup rugby, the best to watch sometimes, because you just don't know what's going to happen. We do know how tough it's going to be. I'm sure you boys in camp probably having the same conversations, knowing it's going to be a tough day, like, but looking forward to getting into it. Obviously, we know a lot about Halifax, just like they do us. I think this will be 4th time this year that we'll have played each other. So we know you're playing a quality side. We're playing a quality side with plenty of champ and Super League experience in it. They're a team that they've got individuals, obviously, like you showed us a couple of times this year, that can just come up with stuff. So I think for us, it's going to be trying his best to put them in a grind and sticking there. The plenty of experience in pack with big set, skillful set. There's probably not much to separate us really. Probably play the similar sort of brand of rugby in regards to how we try and play, the shapes we try and execute, and what we try to do to teams, where we turn them over. Similar sort of team. And I think it's just both teams are going to prep the best we can, and it's going to come down to whoever can probably deliver that prep better on the day. Because as I say, I don't think there's much between us at all, and it's going to be a close game. So yeah, we've got to be 100% on it, because the teams as quality as Halifax, they'll turn you over on a big occasion if you're not.
We've played each other 3-4 times already this year, and several times last year with the cups and the playoffs and stuff. We know that you're dangerous coming out of the backfield with your back three. I think Louis really stepped up. Well, Keezy's been out. I think he's been playing really well for us at the minute. I think it's going to come down to controlling the emotion. Like we're here today, everyone's talking about the spectacle, the occasion. It's who can control that emotion and just do the job. Do the boring things, the basic things, but the important things for the longest. I think that'll be the team that comes out on top.
Yeah, like the boys said about us, they're pretty much strong all over the field, especially in their forward pack. I think, especially the last couple of games when they dusted us up at Batley, their forward pack just dominated ours. So if we can do a good job of stopping them and trusting our own attack to do their job and all that, I think we'll be right. So yeah.
Batley, have you played them in pre-season friendly, in the cup, in the game, final at Wembley, in this league, final at Wembley? It's always a real tough game, tough contest. They're sticking, they never ever go away. That's something we always talk about. Even if you can put a better daylight with them, a couple of scores, like, they never give up, and that's probably something we've tried priding ourselves on lately, but I think they've just outshone us in that department in the last couple of meetings. But Batley, whatever you play, it's going to be a tough contest, and I think we need to look after our discipline, our errors. If we can keep them reined in, I think we'll be alright.
Just to win some silverware over here and do something with just playing over in England. It's big for me and big for my family back home. So to be able to win the 1895, it's just it means a lot.
A lot, yeah. It's something you'd look back on in your career, and I suppose you can look back at it and it's stuff that you remember and achievements, and obviously it's nice to say, oh yeah, I played at Wembley when I was playing, but obviously it'd be even better to say played and won at Wembley. So it'd mean the world to me. Obviously my family and stuff make people proud, and your friends who are all coming down, and to win it would just make the day, top the day completely off, and something I remember for a long time.
Yeah, as Bob referenced earlier, there's not many opportunities for players at our level to get to Wembley, so getting there is one thing, but winning it, there will be nothing better. On a personal note, my career in the last 12 months has been a bit mental. We've been in the grand final, been to a World Cup, and then Wembley, and winning it just topped that off for me.
Yeah, obviously getting to Wembley for a start was a real proud moment for me in my career, what I've achieved so far, but going down there, winning it with the boys, I think my family's coming down there, I think it'll be a special day, and hopefully one they'll remember for the rest of my time. I'm Jacob Fairbank.
I'm Lachlan Walmsley.
I'm Mike Ward.
I'm Martyn Reilly.
And that was the Wembley Roundtable.
All the best, mate.
All the best, mate.
All the best, mate.
Thanks, Bob.
All the best, Robert.